Maine. Obviously, going in facing a team that hasn't won a game yet, they're going to be very thirsty, I take it.
Well, some of that's just a little overrated. Everybody
Right.
wants to win. I don't
Right.
think anybody goes out on a Saturday and says, well, we already won a couple, so we're not going to play so hard today.
Right.
I think that they're really talented. They played a very high level of competition.
Yep. UConn, James Madison,
Toledo. We're not playing them, I can promise you that.
Yeah.
So they played a very high level and been in every game, very competitive. They're ahead of James Madison in the fourth quarter. James Madison's one of the top 5 programs in the country, arguably 1AA football. We have more than just a little bit of respect for what we're about to walk into.
What do you see on them when you see them on film? Like, it's very athletic.
The main teams have been a combination of two things. Some teams are athletic from front to back. Some teams are big from front to back. They're big up front and athletic at back. They're big, strong guys on the two lines. Their offensive line is big like Montana State. Their back end plays as fast as anybody we've seen or faster. So it's an interesting combination. They do a really good job, have done a really good job of recruiting to specific needs, and it fills their roster well.
I wanted to ask about third down conversions and the success you've had this year. Can you pinpoint to any one thing, or?
First of all, we're not as many long situations. So the yardage is a little bit mitigated. You have a fifth-year senior quarterback, and we've played pretty well around them. So when the number of them is lower, the distance is shorter, and you have a fifth-year senior, you ought to have a higher percentage.
Injuries have kind of forced some of the younger guys to maybe roles that you weren't maybe anticipating early in the season, but just who are some of the young kids that maybe stood out so far in the first month?
Well, if you
the linebackers.
Defense, that's right. If you start on defense, you'd say that the two linebackers, the three linebackers, Costigan's a sophomore.
Yep.
And Marowitz is a true freshman, and Jefferson is a redshirt freshman.
Yep.
Those 3 guys are all really good players. Costigan's a little more dynamic. Marowitz is a little more of a thumper. Josh Jefferson does the most things. Has the best awareness. So all 3 of them are terrific players. And that's really the story of our defense, is how it goes good. How fast we get those young linebackers ready.
How important is it to be, I wouldn't say head into the bye week with a win, but at least feeling good about yourselves? Is that any consideration to that, or is that overrated too?
No, I think the mental part of the game is important, but when you have this many seniors, you'd have to hope that, regardless of win or lose, we'll handle the bye week properly and get ready for the big stretch of all those league games that come at us afterwards right in a row. Our goal is a simple one. We want to try and win our league and play in the national playoffs. And so to do that, we know that the St. Francis game is arguably the hardest game we're going to play all year. They're all seniors. They're a terrific team. They're playing great. They and Duquesne are the 2 best teams in our league, arguably. And so we have to go on the road and play both those teams. And that happens right as soon as we get back from the break. So we've got to play the best we can now and then get healed up. And then we've got to really assume that our seniors will take great leadership during the bye week and get us ready for St. Francis.